In summation, the Graycliff Platinum Series, Presidente 7x48. Total burn time, just about an hour. It just went out after just about an hour into the nub. This was an unimpressive cigar. Had a triple cap, milk chocolate colored wrapper, minor veins, fairly tight seams for the most part, other than it was a little bit loose towards the head, and there was a tear towards the foot. Didn't seem to impact the burn of the cigar at all. Had a fairly crisp, clean burn line. Slight waviness, not enough to worry about correcting the burn at all. I never had to relight it. As I mentioned, it just went out right at the nub. The wrapper had a dry leather feel with a little bit of a cedar taste to the wrapper. The scent on the wrapper was, for the most part, just basic tobacco notes. But the foot had some nuances of baker's cocoa, some chili powder, some cedar, some grasses. None of that really carried on into the smoking of the cigar. Pre-draw was a little bit tight. Had some flavors of some cedar and some chili powder. I did deduct half a point for the tight draw as it remained throughout the entire cigar. The initial lighting wasn't a whole lot of flavors. Fairly strong cigar, but just not a lot of flavors. There was initially a blast of black pepper followed by a blast of cayenne pepper, and that all pretty much dissipated right after the initial lighting. The main body was medium to full, more towards the full side, but once again, not much flavor. Had a very narrow flavor profile. Short finishes, subtle. A slight bit of parchment, black pepper, a little bit of white pepper in there. The parchment throughout the body occasionally would pick up, become a little heavier parchment, almost towards the cardboard side. Had a slight hint of earth about halfway through. Very subtle, very short on the finish. Followed by a very short, subtle finish of perhaps toffee. That was very pleasant, but it didn't last. Only, perhaps 2 draws. So, for about an hour burn of an unremarkable cigar, loose ash, tight draw throughout, I gave this cigar 79 points. And that was including the deduction for the tight draw. Not at all impressive. Not bad. I really didn't pick up any major off flavors. There was a little bit of an off flavor in there. I'm not sure what it was. It didn't last very long, and it was pretty subtle. So it didn't really put me off too much. But as I mentioned, not at all an impressive cigar. So I thank you for once again watching Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Be sure to visit my website at scorpionscigarreviews.yolasite.com. Thank you.